Ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests, welcome to Techventure 2010.
This Techventure event serves to bring together the various players of the entrepreneurial ecosystem. I wish all participants a fruitful conference. Thank you very much.
The question is whether the venture capital world or technology world, how is it reflected in the kind of opportunities that they see?
So, in Asia, yes, we invest in a growth story, no question about it. But inside of Japan, invest in sustainable story. And just we have to do both. So that's the reason we are very interesting phase of the history, and we are excited about sitting in a bit in between.
We look at market, size of market, technology. We look at go-to-market, which speaks to ecosystem. So if I have a large market with great IP and great defensible technology, do I have an ecosystem to go to market and be successful in commercializing? The fourth element is the team, is the individuals, the entrepreneurs themselves. How well are they prepared to go through a journey that is not easy? You know, before the statistic was 1 out of 20 companies made it. I think now it's probably 1 out of 40, 1 out of 50, because it's pretty hard. There's, but in that adaptability shows the sustainability of businesses to be able to.
Actually, I was wondering, what is your point of view about investing in Indonesia? Is it potential? Is it not potential? I mean, compared to the internet growth, I think it's Indonesia has one of the biggest growth right now.
Every time there is something new, people refer to something old to tell you why it will be in a certain way. So, having said that, I say that I believe there's a massive opportunity out here, and my point of reference is China, where I spend the most time in the region.
In terms of sectoral opportunities, there are practically opportunities in every sector, as I said: education, healthcare, logistics, transportation, communication, retail.
What roles do you see the venture capital community, what roles should it have, what roles does it have in encouraging and promoting creativity in Asia?
In my view, I think technology is getting more and more complex, and I'm not sure if that's the right path we should do.
I think a lot of us make a mistake thinking the internet as the sort of a different pocket from the rest of the world. I think we must think internet as part of the value chain system today. So today, that's why we talk in terms of e-commerce, we talk in terms of gaming. This is actually whatever is happening in the so-called real world is eventually going to all also happen in the internet world.
So when I look for opportunities to invest, it is largely driven by a couple of things. One is demographics. So you have to look across the region and see what the demographics are in the different countries. Income demographics as well as age demographics. And then the second thing you look for is infrastructure. What kind of infrastructure do they have to have certain kinds of applications happen, and so on and so forth.
We are particularly looking at areas in the regions where there is a void, where there are inefficiencies in the market, where there are opportunities then to capitalize on that, where there is a move then from the traditional way of doing things over the last 10 or 15 years into new ways of doing things, and particular, of course, and I emphasize mobile, where there's been such an enormous growth in the mobile sector across the main regions, China, India, Indonesia, Vietnam, and other parts of Southeast Asia.
I'm very curious to see the role that Singapore plays. I think hubs are very important in international networks, both from a sort of ability to be international and also smaller markets.
What's happening to valuations, and what can an angel expect, and what can an entrepreneur expect with that match?
I think what it looks like now is mobility today, which is depending on where you are, how you work, your budget, your intentions, you can have whatever device you want. And I think Angel has gone in that direction. If you're an investor, if you're an entrepreneur, you live in Singapore and your primary markets are in the Middle East, then your approach to Angel is going to be very different than if you're a Silicon Valley investor and you're a buddy with Reid Hoffman and you're tied into that mafia of deep-pocketed, very well-connected people, and you want to go up the venture route.
So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Techventure 2010. My name is Andre Achak, and I'm your MC for this evening. Right now, let me invite Mr. Eugene Wong, Chairman of the Singapore Venture Capital and Private Equity Association, to give us his welcome speech.
It's my great pleasure to be here at the 14th Techventure 2010 Gala Dinner. I remember those days where we had all this buzz about technology, VC. Myself, we were involved in some companies, and they had it in Silicon Valley, and you have to be in tech venture to be funded, and startups actually get funded in a tech venture. So it's very nice to see old friends and new friends, as well as technopreneurs and VCs gather again like this after a short break. We also would like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, namely Business Bermuda, Central Law Chambers, Yahoo, as well as the Business Times for being the official newspaper for this event. Last but not least, a big thank you to all distinguished speakers, innovators, entrepreneurs, investors for your participation, and to everyone who helped to make Techventure 2010 a success. I trust all the participants had a good dialogue and networking tonight. I hope this dialogue and interactions will continue beyond Techventure 2010 and eventually lead to fruitful and profitable business partnerships. Thank you.
And Second Minister for Finance and Transport.
First of all, may I extend a warm welcome to all the participants, especially our friends from overseas, to this event. I'm pleased to note that some 50 distinguished speakers from all over the world have gathered here to share their insights, and that more than half of the 300 delegates have come from abroad. Techventure 2010 is one such platform which sets out to bridge startups and the funding sources. On this note, I wish all the Techventure 2010 participants fruitful discussions and rewarding exchanges. Thank you.